If you've ever tried dieting, you've probably heard of the 1 meal a day diet. It's called OMAD, 1 meal a day, a dietary approach where you consume only one meal within a 24-hour period and fast for the rest of the time. The rules are simple, but the effects are surprisingly powerful. Research consistently shows that OMAD not only aids in weight loss, but also has positive impacts on blood sugar control and overall metabolic health. However, many people overlook one crucial fact. When you eat, that single meal can either maximize or halve the effectiveness of OMAD. In fact, when you eat may be just as important, if not more so, than what you eat. In this article, we'll first explore the basic principles of the 1 meal a day diet, then delve into how the variable of time exerts a powerful influence on our bodies and how it affects OMAD's effectiveness. Along the way, we'll pose questions to encourage deeper reflection as we explore this fascinating science of timing together. For modern humans accustomed to eating 3 meals a day, plus snacks, the idea of consuming just one meal may seem extreme. You might worry, how can I survive on so little food? Surprisingly, our bodies are well adapted to intermittent fasting and can even derive various physiological benefits from it. The core principles of OMAD are as follows. First, natural reduction in total caloric intake. Restricting yourself to one meal a day makes it highly likely that your total daily caloric intake will decrease, even if you eat a large portion. This is the most fundamental condition for weight loss. Second, minimized insulin secretion and improved sensitivity. Insulin, released every time we eat, regulates blood sugar while also promoting fat storage. OMAD limits insulin secretion to just once a day, making it easier for the body to switch to using fat as an energy source. Additionally, prolonged fasting can improve insulin resistance, enhancing blood sugar control. Third, promotion of fat-burning metabolism, ketosis and lipolysis. After about 12 to 16 hours of fasting, the body exhausts its stored carbohydrates, or glycogen, and begins breaking down body fat for energy. OMAD allows you to experience this fat-burning state daily. After a certain period of fasting, an amazing process called autophagy kicks in. This is a form of cellular housekeeping where cells break down and recycle damaged or dysfunctional components, promoting regeneration and improved function. It's also linked to anti-aging and disease prevention. In other words, OMAD isn't just about starving yourself. It's a time-engineered diet that efficiently reprograms the body's energy metabolism system while inducing cellular repair and regeneration. Many people focus intensely on meal selection when practicing OMAD. Today, I'll prioritize protein. How much should I cut carbs? Did I get enough healthy fats and veggies? Of course, packing all essential nutrients into a single meal is crucial for sustainable, healthy weight loss. But this is where we often overlook a critical variable: meal timing. Even with identical calories and nutritional composition, when you eat, whether in the morning, at lunch, or in the evening, can significantly alter how your body processes the food and the resulting effects. Why does this happen? The secret lies in our body's intricate internal clock. Our bodies operate on a sophisticated 24-hour cycle that regulates nearly all physiological functions, from sleep-wake cycles to hormone secretion, body temperature, blood pressure, digestion, and energy metabolism. This is called the circadian rhythm. Remarkably, this internal clock responds not only to external cues like light and darkness, but also to when we eat. And this is the key to maximizing OMAD's effectiveness. Generally, our metabolic system follows this daily pattern, morning to early afternoon. This is the golden window of peak insulin sensitivity. Insulin efficiently moves glucose from the bloodstream into cells for energy or storage. Digestive enzymes are also more active, and metabolic efficiency is high. Late afternoon to evening, insulin sensitivity gradually declines. The same meal can cause higher and more prolonged blood sugar spikes, and insulin response weakens. The body shifts towards storing energy as fat rather than burning it for activity. So, from a circadian perspective, what happens if you eat your one meal late in the evening? Many people naturally choose dinner for their OMAD meal. It's convenient after a long day, allows for social dining, and feels satisfying. If I were to try OMAD, I'd probably pick dinner too. But from a physiological and circadian standpoint, late evening OMAD carries potential downsides. First, there's a higher risk of blood sugar spikes. With lower evening insulin sensitivity, the same meal can cause sharper, longer-lasting blood sugar spikes, increasing diabetes risk over time. Second, there's an increased fat storage tendency. The body prioritizes energy storage at night, making late meals more likely to be stored as fat. Third, poorer sleep quality. A heavy meal before bed forces digestion during sleep, disrupting deep sleep and hormone regulation like growth hormone and melatonin. And finally, diminished autophagy benefits. Disrupted sleep and circadian rhythms may impair autophagy efficiency. In short, while evening OMAD is convenient, it may come at the cost of metabolic inefficiency and health risks. So, what's the alternative? If you could eat just once a day, when would your body's internal clock prefer it? Research and expert opinion suggest that the ideal OMAD window for maximizing benefits is lunchtime or early afternoon, around 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Peak insulin sensitivity. Blood sugar control is most efficient, minimizing spikes. Higher metabolic efficiency. Food is more likely to be burned as energy rather than stored as fat. A nutritious lunch fuels daytime productivity while reducing evening hunger. Skipping dinner allows for pre-sleep fasting, improving sleep quality. Studies show early eaters lose more weight and see better metabolic improvements than late eaters, even with identical calories. Of course, lunch OMAD isn't perfect. It may clash with work schedules or social dinners. Choosing breakfast as your single meal is another option with potential benefits. High insulin sensitivity. Morning fasting enhances insulin response. Fuels daytime activity. It provides energy for mental and physical tasks. Promotes routine. It encourages a structured daily rhythm. However, breakfast OMAD means enduring a longer fast until the next day, which may lead to intense afternoon hunger, focus issues, and social limitations. Most gatherings revolve around lunch or dinner. While lunch or early afternoon is generally optimal for metabolic harmony, the best OMAD time varies by individual. Consider your work schedule, your exercise routine, your sleep habits, and your social life. Experiment with different timings while observing your energy, hunger, and sleep. The goal is to find your golden hour, when OMAD feels sustainable and synergizes with your body's natural rhythms. Final question. If you practice, or were to try OMAD, when would you eat your one meal? How does that timing affect your energy, focus, and sleep? Has this article made you reconsider your OMAD schedule? OMAD isn't just about eating less, it's about designing your metabolism with time. So when will your most powerful meal